And welcome, folks, to the Chelladurai Inc. show. I am your host, Aaron Trilling, alongside with my co-host, Jordan Pravin Phillip. Time now is 9 o'clock sharp on December the 17th. Great show tonight, guys. Great show. It is 9. Thank you for tuning in. We have a wonderful show lined up. But first thing is first, what do we do every time we start this show? We do a little sports update. It is Thursday again, and that kicks off every week in the National Football League. This week we kick off the Week 15, and it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the St. Louis Rams. The Rams in their dehydrated urine yellow brand new team uniforms. Again, they are at home in St. Louis, and it could be the final time that St. Louis Rams do play at that stadium. A lot of talk about them moving to Los Angeles next year. Where they will play next year, I don't know, because the stadium's not going really to be built yet. But people like to talk about this being the last game. Anyway, the Rams are going to take it and get their 6th win of the season, moving to 6-8 by a final score of 31-23. Of course, in favor of the St. Louis Rams. Case Keenum, 14 for 17, only 17 pass attempts today, 234 yards with 2 touchdowns. Todd Gurley held to an incredible only 48 yards, did manage to get a touchdown, though, there. Tavon Austin did get 4 completions for 32 yards, and he does have 2 touchdowns on the day. Kenny Britt, 71 yards with a touchdown. On the flip side, rookie first-round pick Jameis Winston, 29 for 50, threw 50 pass attempts today for 363 yards and 2 touchdowns. Doug Martin, 18 carries on 91 yards, and Sims, 7 carries with 50 yards. Mike Evans, 9 receptions for 157 yards. Did not get in today, but he racked up 157 yards. And, again, the final score of the first game of Week 15 is 31-23 for St. Louis. In other news, in the NBA, we have the Charlotte Hornets at home versus the lovely Toronto Raptors. They were able to take it tonight at a score of 109-99. Cleveland has a 4-point victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I see, the Cleveland Cavaliers 104-100, and the Los Angeles Lakers are at halftime with the Houston Rockets. You see a score right now, 52-39 in favor of Houston. They are away in Los Angeles. And you can tune into that on TNT. Again, it is halftime. Houston up 13 points. Lovely show tonight, you guys. Wonderful news that we do have as far as the Progressive Regressions mixtape. I will say that we have filed for the CD packaging, and it is, I just got an email confirmed this morning that it is done and is being shipped to my house as we speak. I have 100 copies along with the shirts, and they will be, they should be here within the week, and we will disseminate them accordingly. I do want to bring in my co-host, co-anchor, Jordan Pravin Phillip, who mediates with me as well. Jordan, hello.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Good, Jordan, good. I just wanted to inform, I don't know if I gave you an update actually today. I know I've been briefing you, but I just got an email saying that EasyDisc, great people, by the way, over there at EasyDisc.com, they sent me a confirmation email saying it's done, and they are in the process of transit to my house, 100 copies. So we are in business, folks. It's been a long wait. We appreciate the ongoing listening, and I know the hype has just been absolutely crazy. And again, it is a slow process between the post music production and getting it all done and assembled, and the finished product is done and should be in my hands within 72 hours. And we will advertise that accordingly. And if you do, guys, want your copy of the Progressive Progressions mixtape, you will not have to look far. It will be on our Chelladurai Inc. page. Jordan, anything you want to address before we continue with the show at all? I know Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So, again, yeah, that's really good news to hear that the physical copies, limited physical copies, are going to be in this week. And on top of that, the digital distribution is also in progress right now. With we're working with TuneCore, who's going to be providing that digital distribution for us. So.
Might have lost Jordan there just for a second. Jordan, you there? Might have lost Jordan there just for a quick second, folks. Oh, there he is.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, 1 second. Let me just.
Sure, no problem. No problem. As Jordan gets set, we do have a lovely entrepreneurial spotlight segment for you guys this evening. One of Jordan's close friends that he actually went to school with, he's in real estate. His name is Hugo Vega. He will touch on the real estate industry as it pertains specifically to Southern California, and he'll give his overall insight and his advice on the industry currently, real estate market industry currently as it sits. We'll have, as always, Jay Jones will bless us with his presence. Unfortunately, not a present one. We do have a recorded prank that Jay Jones will give out to us from Suit and Tie Entertainment. Again, we do a segment on him every Thursday night. You can check him out on Blog Talk Radio on YouTube at Suit and Tie Entertainment. Funny, very funny, comical, kind of PG-13. Pranks. So if you folks want to, if you have kids over the age of 13, 14, by all means, we can hear you now, Jordan.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what my phone lines always give me, because that's what happened last week. So,
no problem.
Yeah, I wanted to go back and, yeah, definitely. I wanted to go back and kind of re-go over what, I was trying to communicate across to the audience last week. Due to the poor signal, I wasn't able to get my message across. But, again, just a little bit of background on, a little more information on the brand and the company as far as Chelladurai. So, again, the word Chelladurai is a Tamil word. That's Timil, which is a language spoken in India in the state of Tamil Nadu. But the actual name Chelladurai can be broken down into two halves. Chella meaning dear or kind of, a well-liked person, humble at the same time, and Dorai meaning chief or leader. So Chelladurai, the movement is really to further advocate for the current revolution going on across the globe as we move and the economies shift and we emerge into a whole new world, really, even looking back 10 years. So, again, Chelladurai is the humble leaders, the leaders of the world, which are you, everyone out there. We're broadcasting live directly to connect with the leaders of the world. And that goes out to everyone, whether you are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or if you're a mom. You're still a leader of your home. So, again, that's what the brand is, just to further, bring that type of leadership out of everyone to move forward and, just reach our heights and goals.
Absolutely, and that's wonderful because, we haven't really, as we do all our shows and we advertise and promote and we market the Chelladurai Inc. and the Chelladurai movement and the label, and it's kind of a consortium of many different things. I'm glad that Jordan actually touched on that because we haven't really fully explained the meaning of Chelladurai, and that's great. So again, that was a lot of information, folks. So we will put a little blurb on the Chelladurai Inc. what Chelladurai is all about. But yeah, Jordan, thank you so much for that. I do see that I do see that our spotlight guest is on right now. Do we want to run him right now, or should we do Mr. J. Jones with suit and tie first? Jordan, you there?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was on mute. Yeah, we do have a call, so we can fit that in real quick before we bring our guest on. Let me just load this up.
Sure. So, folks, every weekend, like we say, every week we do a suit and tie entertainment. Shout out to Mr. J. Jones. It's a lovely does prank calls. Jordan and him work exclusively together to brand the suit and tie entertainment, kind of a subset, little off subsidiary of Chelladurai Inc. As we do have many factions in our movement. But again, this is Jay Jones. He does funny little comical prank calls. This is a recorded real prank that you will hear that Jordan will load up right now. And Jordan, if you're ready to go, let's give it to him.
Okay, here we go. And again, just a little background on this one. This is a Thanksgiving holiday special in light of the holiday season.
I can't believe I'm talking to this guy. What's happening, man? Remember that one time you were hanging from, like, the jungle gyms and, like, I caught you when you were falling down? You don't remember that time? Hey, how long are you guys open today?
We open at 7.
I'm going to come in and I'm going to get drunk, man. I'm motherfucking with you, man. This is Jesse. All right, how long you been working there, man? Fucking awesome. Yeah, how long you been working there, dude?
2 years.
2 years, damn. You came a long way from the streets, man. Remember we used to pop those somas and walk around downtown and pretend like we were drunk?
Yep.
Yeah, man, it was fucking awesome, man. I remember I ran into that one homeless woman, and then she gave me like $1 or something, and I told her I'd suck her titties, and then she let me do it, dude. I was like the craziest lactate milk I've ever drank in my life, dude. Protein like a motherfucker. Alright, happy holidays.
You too?
You guys have any shrimp scampi?
Excuse me?
You guys have any shrimp scampi?
No, we're not a restaurant, we're a bar.
So what kind of drinks do you guys have, man? Holidays?
Well, most kinds.
Do you guys have the new Jack Daniels, the honey?
No.
No holiday Jack Daniels, so I can get drunk, man. I'm out of pocket.
Sounds like you're having fun.
Well, I just do things already. Yeah, I'm ready to go in at me there with a couple friends and get one drunk.
No drugs around here. You have a good day.
I'm coming on down there tonight.
So that was just a little bit of a holiday entertainment for you right there, Mr. J. Jones.
Never ceases to amaze me. Wonderful guy. God, I mean, how many voices does he have? I mean, he just goes through at least a half a dozen different voices. Sounds like a different guy every time. Very talented.
I'm yet to hear him hit a wall.
Yeah, again, folks, check him out, Mr. J. Jones, off of Suit and Tie Entertainment. Suit and Tie, just like it's spelled, entertainment, like the word. Check him out on YouTube. Many funny videos on there. We do like to just put in a little bit of comedy in our show just to liven it up a little bit. But on a more serious note, we do have our lovely special guest tonight, Mr. Hugo Vega, who is in real estate, actually graduated with Jordan Pravin, I believe at Cal State Dominguez Hills. They go far back. And we're going to bring him on the show today just as a special guest, just to kind of speak on his, rise into the industry, out of schooling and where he's at now. And actually, without further ado, Mr. Hugo Vega, thanks for joining the show. Are you there?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Good.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, Hugo, if you just want to, kind of just go over, how you came to be where you're at right now, really what brought you into the real estate industry, your general interests, and, just kind of a who am I, if you will, of just kind of, what made you get into this, and just a little background on yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I did go to Cal State Dominguez Hills with Jordan. Was a business major, concentrated in entrepreneurship. So when we graduated, like everyone, going out looking for jobs, and I had a couple of job interviews. So I got I got a job as being an accountant / kind of real estate company, but their job opening wasn't going to be for 6 months. So in that time, I had another friend that graduated from San Diego State, and he's like, hey man, I'm doing real estate too. Why don't you just come into our office and start taking your tests and everything? And so that's exactly what I did, and I passed, and I never left. Real estate is just, I fell into the perfect career. My parents happen to own 5 homes also in San Diego, so that's another reason why I stepped into real estate, because they have 5 homes, but it's very hard to manage real estate, and everyone thinks they can do it, but once you're in it, it's pretty tough. So I love real estate. Makes the world go round. Real estate is what helps the economy, and everybody needs a home. It's not easy to qualify. But as soon as I got into real estate, like I said, I thought it was going to be much easier than what you think, and I just took my opportunities, and here I am today, doing more and more every year, and hoping to continue to grow my business.
Sure, absolutely. And right now you're with Windermere Home and Estates, correct?
Right. So my first couple of years I was in Escondido, actually, and that was Broadpoint Properties, and my first year went very well. I actually purchased my first home my first year in real estate. I did a lot of networking, just word of mouth, and I was fortunate to have this opportunity, come across, and I just took it. Being young and not a lot of debt, you need to take risks, and I took a risk, and I bought this home about 2.5 years ago, and since then the market has increased dramatically. So it was a great risk, and now I have a lot of equity and good cash flow. So I started Broadpoint Properties, and then from there I realized that I want to be in the area where I grew up, which was Rancho Peñasquitos, Mira Mesa, areas like that I know the schools, I know the neighborhoods, I know all this stuff. So I decided to make a switch, and here I am now at Windermere Homes and Estates, and this is my first year there, and it's going great. So looking forward to 2016 and ready to kick butt.
And Hugo, how many people work with Windermere Home and Estates? How many employees are employed with them?
Well, actually, they have a lot. They actually just have been going around California purchasing, because actually when I made the switch, it was Realty Executives, and then Windermere Homes and Estates ended up buying them out, and they're buying up everything. So there's thousands of agents all over California working for Windermere, and in our particular office, there's probably about 20 to 30 agents, and just in that office, which is in Scripps Ranch. But we have offices in Temecula. We have offices in Carlsbad, Encinitas. All these areas in San Diego, which I can go to. Any of them. So I went from a very small brokerage in Escondido to a very big brokerage. So it's a learning experience.
Sure, absolutely. And what was I going to say? Now, does Windermere Home and Estates exclusively deal with real estate just in San Diego? Do you guys expand into all of Southern California, or is it statewide? Where's your jurisdiction as a
well,
company?
I'm still learning much about them. I believe they started in a different state. I forget what state they were in, but they're actually very focused right now in Southern California, and like I said, the reason I like them and I actually stay with Windermere is because they let me focus. Unlike other brokerages, they let me focus on my brand, which they let me, a lot of companies like, I don't want to say any names, but they want their logo on the signs bigger than your name, And what I've learned is that people don't really, they like the name, but they want good service, and the good service doesn't matter what the name is. If the agent isn't doing a great job, then it doesn't matter what brokerage you're with. It's all about me, that I'm giving the great service to the clients, and making sure I inform them about the market and every step of the way. Buying a house is one. I think it's number 2 most stressful thing that you can do, and in your life. If not many Americans are fortunate to purchase a home, but the ones that are, you could tell you that it's very stressful and it's very hard, lately to qualify. But if you do and you're able to, it's the best way to go. Own property in the United States is one of the biggest accomplishments.
Absolutely. And just touching on, you talked about the market briefly, just piggybacking on what you said. Now that it's, the end of 2015, approaching 2016, obviously we all know about whether you're in the industry or not, the housing market back in 07, 08, 09, and into, 2010, it took a big collapse with the whole subprime loans. Where is it right now? Obviously it's making a comeback, but, do you see a lot of progression and, is there a lot of progression going in the right direction as far with the market in Southern California in particular?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's areas, like San Francisco and Los Angeles that are just booming, and San Diego is booming as well. When I came into the market, I think we graduated in 2012 or 2011. It was probably one of the hardest times to come into the market. There was all short sales. Everybody was losing their home. It was. And I had no idea, I just was coming into the industry and trying to make it. And so a lot of agents that went through the boom and the high time, they called it the good times. Were saying that if I could make it in that time, then I can make it any time. And we made it through that. And this year, like you said, the market has it just increased dramatically. People that bought 2-3 years ago are starting to sell their homes and making $100,000, $150,000 out of their sales. So the market increased dramatically, but yet again, it's kind of frightening because houses now are more expensive than when the boom happened. So but then again, interest rates right now are great, all-time low. Interest rates are like around 4%, 4.25%. So
yes, they are. I actually saw that. Well, that's wonderful. Basically, Hugo, you wouldn't say a recent college graduate, but you've been out of college for maybe only about 5 years now. Anybody trying to really get into real estate or kind of on the fence of wanting to really pursue that as a career, do you have any, advice, words of wisdom for any of our listeners out there that, are possibly considering real estate? And if so, what key traits and, what skill set do you think they would need to apply to be good in this real estate market, particularly in the Southern California market, if you could?
No, that's a great question. I actually get that all the time. Everyone, the big, I believe, misconception of real estate is that it's easy, and a lot of people get into real estate because you do make a lot of money, but you don't get paid until you make a sale. So the big thing that I tell people is when you get into real estate, you need to expect at least 6 months without getting paid. You're kind of just working as an intern. And that time you need to really focus on marketing yourself and spreading the word. Even before you pass your test, you need to spread the word and let everybody know that you're going to be doing real estate. Your first clients are always going to be friends and family, and you need to let them know right away. And as soon as you pass your test, you're hitting the ground running. So that's really going to help you make a sale much quicker than just, kind of what people say is being a secret agent. Don't be a secret agent. Don't sit behind a desk and just pretend that or think that, clients are going to come to you. You need to be out there being verbal, be very, outgoing with people and talk with people. And every time you have a conversation with someone, it could be anybody. Maybe you're at a restaurant and eating with somebody, and they just, people are always wondering, what do you do? And just throw in there and sometimes say, oh, yeah, I do real estate, and if you ever need help or, any kind of information about the market or about your home, just, feel free to call me or, don't be so, I don't like to be pushy. Some agents are pushy, but you can, everyone will find their way as soon as they get into real estate, into, which direction they want to go. There's some pushy agents. There's some more lenient agents, and there's no wrong way. There's no wrong way to do it, but definitely be out there talking to people, letting them know that you will be in real estate, and be informed about, your particular market. That's what I
I like that. I like that term, secret agent. Don't be a secret agent. I like that.
Right. Yeah. Don't be a secret agent because then nobody knows what you're doing. And the thing is, you don't get paid until you close a transaction, and most transactions take about 30 days. That's if your lender is very good, but it's between 30 to 45 days. So. You put something into escrow, let's say the beginning of the month, you're not going to get paid until the end of the month. But in that meantime, what a lot of agents do is they forget to network, and they focus all on that transaction. And what happens once that transaction closes? Then you're like, okay, now what? I got paid, but you need to always keep, someone once told me, says it's like a wave. And you have to never let the wave crash, because as soon as you do, it's like you're starting all over, and you might have to wait another 6 months before you even close a deal. And that's what a lot of people struggle with is the inconsistency in their pay, because you never know when your next paycheck's going to come if you don't do the things that you need to do. Open houses, a lot of open houses, and getting out there and meeting people.
Yeah, well, much, respect to Hugo. He's been through the toughest time. So now I think, since you've seen that time through, now, you can see any time. It's all uphill at this point. So, yeah, thanks again for, joining us on the show. Yeah, go ahead.
No, like Jordan could say, a lot of, I've helped a lot of my friends. And that's great. I was fortunate to have friends that also went to college and got good jobs straight out of college, and they're making some money, and so they say, hey man, want to invest? So I'm lucky to have great friends like Jordan.
Definitely, yeah, appreciate it. And again, folks, what we'll do is we'll put all of Hugo's contact information up on the Facebook page. So if you're in Southern California or know anyone in California and want to connect with Hugo, or even maybe you just want to, get some insight from Hugo, further insight, we'll put that up for you guys. And,
any questions? Any questions that they have? Yeah, any questions you guys have, feel free to reach out to me, and just use me. Basically, use me for information, and hopefully I can help.
Another resource. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, Hugo, thanks so much again. Folks, that's Hugo Vega from Windermere Home and Estates. Hugo, thanks for joining the show tonight. Jordan, anything that you want to add on Hugo's behalf, or
yeah, sure. So, I mean, are we good on time, or are we?
We have a few minutes. It's just now 9:30. We do have a little bit of an overlap, but yeah, we're okay. We do have I'd say about 5 minutes or so.
Okay, definitely. Yeah. So again, folks, Hugo, we'll definitely put his information up, and thanks again, Hugo, for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate
definitely.
it. All right.
And so now with that, in the last couple minutes, I just want to share something which I came across a while ago, but recently it just kind of crossed my mind again. It was a book written by actually my uncle, Shaji Matthew, over in Las Vegas. It's called Alien Seed and Earth Dust. And the biggest thing in this book that really kind of caught me and had my mind kind of spinning was the concept which he put in the book. He said that money is not Earth's currency. Again, money is not Earth's currency. That's what we've been brought up to believe, that money is Earth's currency. He said that time is the currency of the Earth. Time is currency here on Earth. If any one of us right now received $10 million, sure, that would be great. But if we were only given another 60 seconds to live, which one would you take? So time is an asset. Time is our most valuable asset that we have. So again, as we're winding down the year, let's take a look and see where maybe we're investing. Because if the currency is not money and the currency is time, then we're all on the same playing field. So let's take a look and see where we can get some of that time back and reinvest it, or invest it into reaching, our goals and our dreams again, because we weren't put here to save for a 401k and get a pension, contrary to what we've been taught from a young age. We've been brought here. You are here for something bigger, much bigger. So again, with the year closing out, let's see where we can put better use of our time and invest that.
Absolutely, Jordan. I 100% agree on the whole notion that really time is currency and money is not. That was beautifully put. And again, just for our listeners, Jordan, the book, one more time, that your uncle, the title of it is, go ahead and say the title again.
It's Alien Seed and Earth Dust. You could actually find it on Amazon. And maybe we'll throw a plug up. Yeah, on the page maybe.
Absolutely. It sounds like a wonderful read. Alien Seed and Earth Dust by Jordan's uncle. First name, I think the first name, last name Matthew is the author. Who's your uncle's first name, Jordan?
First name is Shaji, S like Sam, Haji, Shaji.
Shaji Matthew with Alien Feed and Earth.
Feed, yeah.
Feed, got it, wonderful. Well, that is Jordan's, as we always do every week, folks. We do a benediction that Jordan mediates. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this lovely Thursday evening. It is cold out there. Dress warm. We're in for a nice winter, whether you're in San Diego or you're in Buffalo, New York, or in West Bengal, India, or wherever you guys may be listening to. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be here next week on Christmas Eve. We still will be doing a show. Everybody have a wonderful holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever we're all celebrating out there. Do enjoy. This is Aaron Trilling and Jordan Phillips, and thank you for listening to the Chelladurai Inc. show, and we will see you folks next week. Take care.
Thank you.